years ago, oh goodness, this would have been probably 2010, maybe 11. I guess it would have been 11. Yes, it was 11, because we were building the pond up at camp. I remember this day. The maintenance director had a couple of kids. I say kids, they were probably 18, and granted, I was like 21 or 22 or 23, something like that myself, so I was just a spring chicken. I was pretty young. And I remember he gave these kids, they had come from a pretty rough home life, and one of them in particular had given these kids this task. And he said it was to teach him a work ethic. But what he was having them do was hand dig a ditch across a road. And if you've ever done that, even with bars and pickaxes and everything, it's a brutal job. It didn't have to be that deep. But they had been at it for a couple of hours, and they weren't close to done. They might have been halfway or a third of the way across. I mean, I'm talking, this was packed dirt. Well, and here's where the problem lies, or is it lays? I don't know. I was in the backhoe, digging some other stuff out, and I had to go get fuel. And I had to drive this road. And I was watching them, and I was like, this is just stupid. They're killing themselves to, quote, learn work ethic. It was hot that day, too, if I remember right. So I took that old backhoe, and I drove over, and I squared up to the trench, and I finished it in about 13 seconds. Because I felt so sorry for them. And I got told, well, that's not teaching them a work ethic. And my thought later was, maybe. I was young at the time. I didn't really think much of it. But I think about that over the years now and then. And making somebody work hard isn't teaching them a work ethic. It's teaching them that you can work hard. But why? Why work harder than we have to? Why do we work harder than we have to? Ever. When there's equipment available, use it. If it's going to make your life easier, use the equipment. But anyhow, back to that. I digress. Teaching a work ethic is something that I'm not actually sure can be taught. I think it has to be observed, but it can't really be something taught. You can learn it, but you can't teach it. And from that, I'm going to stop here for a second because this section is always washboard. Isn't teaching a very good work ethic, in my opinion. And this may seem controversial to some. Well, we should be teaching them to work smart, right? Because we all want to come home to our families now and enjoy our time with them and not be sore and tired because we worked harder than we had to. Because am I the only one with that theory? Is, you know, I hear, I want to come home from work tired. If I don't come home from work tired, I didn't work hard enough. I think if you come home from work tired, you didn't work right. If you consistently come home from work tired, you're not working smart. You should be working smarter, you know? I hate to say buy the tool, but, you know, buy the tool. Tools are cheap. Surgery isn't. Safety equipment is cheap. Surgery isn't. You know, wear the safety glasses. Don't lift more than you have to. Get the right tool, because at the end of the day, You get one body, and the better shape you keep it in, the better we are, and the more happy we are later in life when we can actually do stuff and enjoy life. But I digress. On that note, you can't teach a work ethic, but a work ethic has to be learned. You can't. A good work ethic isn't working hard; it's working smart.